Hello Sagittarius, welcome to this reading. We're going to be taking a look at the energy and predictions for the sign of Sagittarius for the second quarter of 2025. So this reading will span between the months of April, May, and June. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. All right, let's go ahead and take a look here, see what we have going on for you in this second quarter of 2025. Do hope you're doing well. Hope things are going good for you, Sagittarius. Let's go ahead and get all the cards out here. Now, I have turned on memberships on my channel. Absolutely no obligation to become a member. Right now, a member is, if you become a member, it's a simple $2.99 donation to the channel. Just want to make it clear that nothing about the content will change. Everything will continue to be 100% free. But if you would like to become a member and support the channel with a $2.99 donation, you can go ahead and do that. Again, you're under no obligation to do that. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have going on for you. I think that's looking just about good enough to me. Wow, Sagittarius, let's go. Fellow Sagittarius, rising signs, sun, moon, and rising signs. This looks incredible. All right, energy on the bottom. You have the High Priestess. So the High Priestess may indicate that some of you may be delving deep on a topic, on a subject. This person has just come out of the water after diving deep, presumably within their emotions or their inner consciousness, finding the answers from within type of energy. But the High Priestess, it can talk about as well secrets coming to light. The High Priestess is a way shower in the tarot. This person holds spiritual knowledge, spiritual information. They're able to sort of connect to give you unlocks in life. So you may be that person, you may be a way shower, you may also be connecting with a way shower in the next 3 months. What else here? This can also be about desirability. The High Priestess can represent that maybe you are extremely desirable in some aspect of life, whether this be in relationships, everybody wants to get with you, or in the workplace, everybody wants to hire you. It can represent desirability. You have options. All right, let's go ahead and continue forward here. Wow. One of the best readings I've done here for this, just looking at the first 9 cards, we'll see how the reading goes, but one of the best I've done here for this first 3 months. The next 3 months reading. All right, energy in the middle. You have the Emperor. The Emperor suggests that you are somebody who walks in authority. You speak, you walk, you act with authority. This can be somebody who's a subject matter expert, a domain expert in a particular area, okay? This represents general success in business. This is also the Father in the tarot. So some of you may also be having some timelines with some family members here. Seems to be pretty harmonious. I don't see cutting, severing, ending energy here. So this seems to be pretty harmonious, whether you are a father or otherwise. Some of you may be undergoing that as well. But you can see this person I believe in a typical, like a Rider-Waite, the traditional tarot cards, right? This person's sitting on a throne, a gold throne. This indicates that they're potentially wealthy, but they're certainly successful. They've risen through the ranks in their job or their career. Very positive sign to get the Emperor here. And I think some of you are even going deeper on a subject or a particular issue here, as you have the High Priestess on the bottom. Now, in the month of April, you have, this first column's April, you have the Page of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Judgment card. So you're thinking about if you're in a relationship, you're thinking about the relationship here pretty heavily in April, as you have the Page of Cups. The top row is the row of your thoughts. And this may mean that you are having important, deeper level conversations, especially with the High Priestess. What's next? Maybe even a proposal is on the table. Do I see any marriage cards here? I don't, but there could be a proposal or a commitment to a commitment in the relationship timeline here for you. This also talks about some happy news that you may be thinking about that could be coming into your life when you get the Page of Cups. You may also have a dream. If you're not here for love, you may have a dream. Okay? Page of Cups is one of the dreamers in the tarot. So what I like here is that not only do you have a dream, but you have this Nine of Cups as well in April, which is about a wish. Okay, it's about wish fulfillment, or a wish come true, or a dream come true. With the Nine of Cups, this is also about living in the moment. If you take a look here, this person really is living their best life, right? It doesn't matter what's going on outside of this moment. They are throwing their cup in the air and they are enjoying the present moment. Okay, so I think some of you are rooting, you're grounding, you're allowing yourself to be here, be now, which is, from my perspective, probably the best mental space that you could be in. It's not always easy to be here right now, or to be here to be now, but it's whenever, I'm sure all of you have experienced this before, but when you truly feel present in your situation, it feels very, very good. I would also refer some of you to the author Eckhart Tolle. He speaks heavily on the idea of to be here, be now. And yeah, his books are incredible. You can research him, but this is something that I think Sag people would really, really like Tolle's work. You then here have the Judgment card, all right? So you've got this dream, you have this wish potentially coming in. It could suggest that something you've long wished for is showing up here in April. Because you have this with an offer, the pages can represent offers or opportunities. The Judgment card is a very strong card. It's a very spiritual card. It can be a card of epiphanies in the tarot, because the Judgment card may suggest that you are realizing the gravity of your actions up to this point. It's the final boss in the tarot before you complete the world, right? You can't get to the world, which is the last card in the Major Arcana, without going through the Judgment. And what I mean is, you can't really have a major completion, from my perspective, you can't really have a major completion without first coming to a realization that this is all born out of the actions you've taken, right? Either the hard work or lack thereof, right? The result that you're getting, you're basically getting results when you see the Judgment card, and these are big results, right? And it's the realization of the results that you are getting. So it's a strong one. It's an energy of spirituality and epiphanies, and it can even be like, yeah, having spiritual experiences. In the month of May, you have the Six of Swords, you have the Emperor, and the Chariot. There's some motion here in the month of May for you, Sagittarius, as the Six of Swords can represent rites of passages, you know, going to new places, not exactly knowing where you're going, but knowing you're going somewhere, okay? This person really doesn't know what's on the other side. They don't know what's on the shoreline that they're sailing to, right? They're not exactly sure. They know that they're not exactly sure. They don't really know where they're going to arrive, but they're going to arrive somewhere. And the thing is that it's okay, because each one of these swords in the boat represents experience earned, or knowledge gained, or wisdom gained from the past, right? They're bringing all of their knowledge, their wisdom, their experiences with them as they go through this journey. So this represents transitions, especially after a challenging time or a difficult time in life, because the card that comes before it is a loss, or a Five of Swords. This feels like it's behind you at this point. Feels like any challenges here that you may have had in the first quarter, right? So January, February, March, or even before that in 2024, you're turning the page, right? You're turning the corner here. Yeah, I have a feeling that you'll have some epiphany. You'll start, I have a feeling that over the next 3 months, you'll be living in bliss, right? You'll be living in bliss with the Nine of Cups and the Judgment card. You may have like a really deep experience here. Yeah. With the Emperor being success, you then also have the Chariot, which indicates success, as well as the Six of Wands, which we'll talk about in a second. But you have major flashes of success here over the next 3 months. It's sort of like, where do you want to go with this? Because basically you have a perfect blueprint in front of you, Sagittarius, for where you could go, or where you want to be going, or where you need to be going. The blueprint is here. The other thing about the Chariot is it's this idea of as above, so below. The actions that we take in life really are reflected out to the universe, and the universe reflects them back to us. Okay? So Be mindful of the actions you're taking here in the next 3 months. I know it's a long stretch of time, right? But if you can remember, if I can kind of plant the seed for you here, Sagittarius, be mindful of the actions you're taking. Because you really have an opportunity to be successful if you are moving. The Chariot is also a card of movement, right? And it can indicate your vehicle as well, but it can indicate journey. But it's about charging forward with success. I think some of you are going to be there's going to be motion here in May. Maybe this is a physical relocation or not, but there's a lot of movement here in May. In the final column, you have the Six of Wands, the Three of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. This is June. This final column is June. So you have signs of success everywhere, okay? The Six of Wands, this person's being paraded through a crowd. And this is probably success in your career, as you have the Emperor and the Judgment card, okay? You may understand where you are during this next 3 months, right? So what I mean by that is you may get some validation. You may get some validation for the skill that you have, and you may be validated here. All of your hard work may be validated here in the next 3 months. You could also see yourself being on social media and having some success there as well, or being in front of people as you have the Six of Wands, but also the Three of Pentacles. You can't see it in this card, but in a typical Three of Pentacles card, this person is presenting their project or their work to their colleagues. And so it's the idea that you're in front of people. This can see you communicating with colleagues or other people connected to work in a really positive and healthy way. You may even be getting support from others in your field or in your work. Very positive energy. And then you have this Queen of Swords, which can see that perhaps you are going to be communicating in a very succinct, direct way around something, I think probably connected to work here as well. Why don't we go ahead and start to clarify this situation even more and see what we have going on for you here, Sagittarius. We'll start by pulling some oracle cards, and then we'll clarify the original 9 tarot cards with some more tarot cards. All right. Wow, energy on the bottom, you have a very strong card. I have 3 cards in this oracle deck that have strong energies, and this is one of them. So you have the Divine Director, Intervention and Purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. The idea with the Divine Director is sometimes this is indicative of a time in your life where the universe is sort of rearranging your schedule. Okay, the universe coming in and rearranging your timeline. Right? Like if you can probably think back to like big moments in your life where something happens and then basically the timeline is changed. This is the idea of the Divine Director, especially if it's a positive change, right? Especially if it's a positive change. So I see the universe reorganizing your timeline, reorganizing your schedule for you here, putting you on this path towards prosperity and success. You then have Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow your inner call. Don't let anything stop you. You also have the Holy Spirit. Expect miracles. Remember that only love is real. Miracles will occur naturally. Spirit has your back. We started off this reading with the High Priestess, which is a card of spirituality. And I think some of you may be connecting with astrology. You may be connecting with tarot. I'd encourage all of you, if you're interested in tarot, to go out and buy a deck, any deck. There are a number of decks in the description below this. You certainly don't have to use those links, but they're down there if you want to take a look at the decks that I use. But just you could go to Barnes & Nobles, or if you're in the US, or any bookstore, Amazon, whatever, and pick up a deck if this is something that you're interested in. Yeah, I see really in even astrology, tarot or astrology, some connecting with your spirituality here. You then have Odin, Psychic Insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. As well as Charity, Prayer, and Contemplation. Connect with heaven. Ask and you shall receive. Well, you have that ability here for sure during this next 3 months. This idea of being able to ask and receive from the universe. Wow. But the important thing is you have to be living in your truth here, Sagittarius, especially for us Sagittarius people. It's my rising sign. You really have to be living in your truth. The moment that you start trying to do what other people are doing, or you dip into that inauthenticity, right? That inauthentic energy. That's when Sagittarius people get knocked off their path. Some people get away with it, or some people, that's the path or the timeline that they've chosen to have in this lifetime, and okay. But you are being called on to be very authentic. And if you're living in your truth, the universe is really going to support you during this next 3 months, and really over the course of your life. All right, let's go ahead and let's start to clarify this situation even more. Let's go ahead and pull some additional tarot cards. Once again, hope things are going well for you, Sagittarius. I do read all of the comments, so feel free to drop a comment and let me know how this is resonating for you. All right. Let's see what we have going on for you here. Okay, you have the Magician, amazing. You have the the Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. I do see a conflict happening for you here, as you have the Five of Wands, and then you move into the Six of Swords in May. But this is a welcome sign because, for me, you either learn from this experience, you will probably learn from this experience, but you will also come out of this experience better than before. You also probably will be quite successful if there's a conflict. Five of Wands can indicate conflicts, but it's interesting. Maybe it's just about tension. It might not be a conflict with another person, because I'm only seeing the Queen of Swords, now the Knight of Pentacles, but it's more so like some tension, maybe some inner tension that you may be dealing with here at this time, as you have the Nine of Cups. All right, so this Nine of Cups is about your wish coming true, the vision that you have for your future, for your life, seeing that come in, seeing the results come in, but there's some tension there, right? Probably inner tension. The thing is, remember, you have this idea of prayer and contemplation, ask and you shall receive, and then I talked about how it's important for you to live in your truth, Sagittarius. You have this with the Magician, which says that you really can ask and receive. The Magician is the master manifester in the tarot. Now, the thing about manifestation that is lost by many people is that you have to meet the prayer, you have to meet the contemplation, you have to meet the manifestation with action. All right, so yes, like journaling and writing out your desires, writing out your goals, especially during auspicious times like full moons, new moons, it really does work, but you have to meet all of that with action. So this is the part, like if you've ever heard of the book The Secret or the documentary The Secret, which I'm a huge fan of, it's the part where people get lost. Where yes, if you attune your mind towards positivity, positive things will happen, but you have to meet all of that with action, which is the biggest challenge for the Magician. The Magician has the ability to manifest whatever, but they must meet it with action. So this is also very important for you to hear at this time. So if you can create that nice combination of throwing out the desires, putting the wishes out to the universe, manifesting, if you can meet that with action, you'll probably see very good results, especially as you have this Knight of Pentacles, which indicates results in the tarot. It's also profit as well. It's an overall good card, but profit and results from hard work. All right, you have the Four of Pentacles, you have the Four of Wands, and then you have the Eight of Swords with the Chariot. Internal conflict or some internal resistance here. Okay, in both April and May. Now, don't get it twisted. This is mostly a very positive reading that shows signs of success and, pushing forward. But along the way, you may be, I think you're fighting an internal battle. Like, I think the battle here is with yourself, okay? Because of this Eight of Swords and the Five of Wands. Eight of Swords, this person here feels restricted, even though they could just... They're in this, so the idea is that they're in this sword imprisonment, right? Swords represents communication. This is about how they communicate with themselves in this case, okay? So it's this idea of like just maybe feeling restricted in your thought, feeling restricted in your speech, ruminating back and forth around this manifestation or this desire that you have. Basically, it feels like you can have whatever you want, but for whatever reason, you're dipping into that scarcity or that resistance mode. So something to just consider. And also remember your actions here. You have the Four of Wands here with the Emperor, okay? So Four of Wands is a card of marriage, but it's, this is not a love reading. So this can see you creating some level of stability in your career or in your business, for sure, in May or, over the next 3 months. And then the Four of Pentacles is hesitation, okay? This person is resistant to letting go of just one pentacle, even though they have 4 pentacles. They're resistant to letting go of something or losing something. So this is a theme for you to look at. It does suggest that you have stability and that you have something. All right, I was looking for the other 4. So you have 444 here. I'm a Sag rising. I've been seeing that number recently. So something that I would share with you, but also something that you may want to look out for. 444. By the way, that's an angel number of stability, and that your spirit guides, your spirit team, your angels are with you if you believe in angel numbers. Okay, so then you have the Four of Swords, you have the Nine of Pentacles, and you have the Six of Cups here, okay? Four of Swords says that particularly in June, you may be feeling a need to pause or rest, okay? And to recover from something. This is positive, okay, as you have the Six of Wands. There's going to be a brief moment of pause and clarity around all of the events that have been going on. This is ultimately very good, but it is another energy of like turning your situation around. Particularly if those of you have been through breakups in the past, the Four of Swords is a card that you want because it says you are now fully processing this and you're ready to move forward. The Nine of Pentacles is financial independence. Incredible energy. You have that with the Three of Pentacles here. I think that you will be creating a really healthy situation in your work and finance area in the next 3 months, provided that you're taking the right actions and once again, you're living in your truth. The universe wants to put this timeline together for you, but again, you have to work with the universe. And then you have the Six of Cups, which is a return to the past, return to your homeland. Maybe June, you will be revisiting family, or you'll be going back to the family home, or there's something here that you may be called on to attend from the past. You do have the Ten of Swords on the bottom. This is an ending. Not really seeing how this fits into the reading, but it can just be around a completion. So this is an incredibly positive reading. Why don't we go ahead and clarify the situation even more? We'll start by pulling some additional cards here. We're going to take a look at the Kipper energies for you and see what's going through see what's going on in the Kipper energies. All right. You have concern, message, wealthy man, false person, journey, message of concern. Okay, interesting. Some of you may just have a, I don't know if the word's falling out. It doesn't feel like falling out. There may just be like an internal conflict around how do you handle a situation with another person that's probably pretty close to you in life. As you do have the Emperor, this could be mother, father, mature woman, Emperor. It could be, but this could be a family member is what my intuition is feeling, that it could be a family member. Somebody may not have the full picture, and you may be talking with them about this. As you have a false person, maybe it's about you and your situation, or somebody close to you that you need to have an important conversation with because they're not fully grasping something, as you have the false person card. I don't get a terrible energy with that. And then I see some of you maybe even placing some important investments as well, or even like some timelines around the investments that you already have showing up. You do have lovers here as well. Maybe this important conversation is around a relationship. But overall, what an incredible reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll most certainly be talking to you again soon.